SpaceX's ambition to colonize Mars is fueled by the belief that life must go multiplanetary in order to become a spacefaring civilization and ensure its own long-term survival. As Musk puts it, we need to become a spacefaring civilization and a multiplanetary species. We're currently seeking a self-sustaining human colony on Mars by 2050. This would make humanity a true spacefaring civilization. It would also give humanity a backup in case something terrible happens to Earth. To accomplish this goal, SpaceX is developing the most powerful rocket ever created, which will be used to transport people and cargo to and from Mars. But why Mars? Why not some other planet or moon? Musk has said that Mars is the most likely candidate for a second home, because it's relatively close to Earth and has a decent atmosphere. Plus, it's got plenty of resources like water ice that can be used to support a human colony. But why is SpaceX so secretive about their Mars mission? Well, for starters, the company doesn't want to give away any trade secrets that could potentially help competitors develop their own Mars plans. Additionally, SpaceX is still in the early stages of development, and they don't want to raise false hopes or expectations. As Musk himself has said, it's better to have low expectations and then exceed them than to have high expectations and then disappoint. Another reason for the secrecy is that SpaceX is still facing a lot of technical challenges in developing the necessary technology to make a Mars mission possible. For example, the company is still working on creating a rocket that can lift off from Mars and return to Earth safely. They're also facing regulatory hurdles as they need to get approval from both the Federal Aviation Administration and the Environmental Protection Agency to launch their rocket from Florida's Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. But perhaps the biggest challenge is funding. A Mars mission is a costly endeavor, and SpaceX is no exception. The company has already spent billions of dollars on research and development, and they all need even more money to make their plans a reality. Despite these challenges, SpaceX is forging ahead with their Mars mission. The company has already launched several test rockets, and they're on track to launch their first crewed mission to the ISS in 2021. If all goes well, SpaceX will be ready to launch their first Mars mission in the mid-20s. But what happens when SpaceX finally reaches Mars? What's next for the company and for humanity? According to Musk, once SpaceX lands on Mars, their first priority will be to establish a basic camp with supplies and equipment. The crew will then begin exploring the surface of Mars and searching for resources that can be used to build a more permanent settlement. The goal is to create a self-sustaining colony that can support a growing population of humans. So what are the potential benefits of a successful Mars mission? For one, it would be a monumental achievement for humanity. It would prove that we're capable of exploring and conquering new worlds. It would also open up new frontiers for scientific discovery, as researchers would be able to study the geology, atmosphere, and even the possibility of past life on Mars. Additionally, a successful Mars mission could potentially benefit humanity in ways we can't even imagine yet. There may be resources on Mars that could help solve problems here on Earth, or technologies that could improve our lives in ways we couldn't even imagine. As SpaceX ventures further into the unknown, we can expect the unexpected. Who knows what wonders and discoveries await us on the Red Planet? So whether you're a die-hard science fan or just someone who loves a good adventure, be sure to tune in and follow along as SpaceX ventures further into the unknown. With so much excitement in store, you won't want to miss a single moment of this historic journey.